Hey everybody, High Lord Tamerlane back with more obscurities in miniature. Today we have the Yarazi. And the Yarazi come to us from, if you haven't told by the box or can't see it, it is another model from the other side, which is Wyrd Mini's new mass combat game that they've been putting out. And as you can see, the Yarazi are fun little monster dudes, and we've got some friends in the back there to keep us company in a little bit. But we get 9 of these flying monster things. So we have, what, 5 sculpts? So I'm going to guess duplicates of 2 and 1 unit leader type. Sounds right. Alright, well, nothing fell out, so what the heck? There's no bases. What the hell? There's no bases. That's really weird. Okay. I thought I heard it jingling, but I guess not. So our Yarazi are supposed to be on 80mm fire team bases, and you get 3 of them to a squad, and they're all on 30mm bases. Okay, they can fly. That's kind of neat. They don't do any kind of, well, they got a really fast speed, and I think that's actually how far they move. Most models seem to have a 4 or 5. They've got a 10. That's kind of cool. So they're pretty big. Pretty big. Yes, thank you. Horn that's honking outside. Don't be put off by how shiny and slimy they look. It's just a byproduct of the type of plastic that's being used here. I can vouch for the fact that I've painted quite a few models from this line of figures for this game, and no, they're not that bad once they are actually painted. Okay, I have no idea what's what here. Well, obviously they're all Yarazi. But we're getting a nice, considerable pile in front of the camera here. There are 9 of them after all. I think this squatty guy is actually my one that's going to be all by himself. I don't have any bases, sadly. I don't know how this dude's going to stand up. So you can see really quickly, quite a few of these are going to really fill up the table. And that's one of the kind of cool things with the Gibbering Hordes is I want to say they have some kind of reinforcement mechanic or something so they can keep on coming and buzzing around the table. And the fact that they can fly so far in, I'm assuming they're going to be quite obnoxious in the actual game. They're a little bit smaller than the humans. As you can see, my human models on the table here are quickly being overwhelmed. What's up with this dude's hands? They're like all over the place. Yeah! Hey, everybody! I don't know. Again, that's one of the downsides with this material is that it bends and warps really easily. I just got another box for the other side in fact, today in the mail, and I popped it open to take a quick look and just swore up and down after seeing how floppy and flimsy everything was. But we'll get to them later. I do have a couple other Gibbering Hordes models, just to give you guys a good sense of scale. Here we have one of their armored whelks, the breechlings, and I have videos on all of these if you're curious to see a little bit more about them. Here's a Carcanoi from their starter set, which should be available soon on their own. Here's a striped skulker. These are also part of the starter set for the Gibbering Hordes, if you are interested. They should be getting their own boxes as well in the near future. And then finally we can stick one of the Fury or the Frenzy, I don't remember what they're called. But this is one of the commanders that works in a unit. Another just a big sharkfish thing. So I want to say the unit boxes run about 35. 35 seems a fair price. You do get 9 figures, and they're decent sized. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time to paint them. The sculpts themselves, they're nice and detailed enough, especially if you just give them a quick base coat and a wash and some highlights. I think these guys would be good to go really quickly. Hopefully your box actually has bases in it. I don't know what happened with mine, but, you know, I think finding 30mm bases should not be that hard to find. I'm going to give Wyrd a text, and hopefully they can hook me up with some bases for them at least. But I'm kind of happy with these guys. I know my kids are going to be like these, because anything that's a monster, especially with wings, and especially reptilian, they'll be all over. So, cool models for me. Hopefully, if I ever get a chance to play the game and find the stinking rulebook, they will serve their purpose well. But if you're interested in any kind of flying monstrosity and you need a bunch of them, I mean, I could see these guys fitting quite easily into any sort of fantasy tabletop skirmish game just as well as they could in, you know, 40K or whatever game you play. Anything that needs a bunch of flying monsters. Hell, use them as Furies for GW, since they don't want to bother making Furies anymore. Anyway, I'm going to go get started on painting these guys, so I'm going to let you all go. And this, once more, again, because I need to say it a million times, because I think it's just like a big ego stroke, is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching. Bye-bye.